Well, it appears that I have forgotten to pack a gym shirt for today. So luckily, I've been doing this because it's been so hot. You know, initially I will wear a shirt with sleeves. Cover up the guns. Um, and as it gets hotter, I've been bringing a cut off to change into. But today, for whatever reason, I don't know. It's just like weird. It just kind of worked out. For whatever reason, I did not change to get this one all nasty and sweaty and stinky. Um, the one day that I forgot to pack a gym shirt. So I am wearing my backup work shirt, and that's just gonna have to be okay. Um, so yeah, but today's gonna be kind of a Mike Mentzer meets Jay Cutler workout, and what I mean by that is, so Jay Cutler is kind of known for high volume, a lot of sets, a lot of reps, maybe not necessarily all the way to failure on his sets, but you know, and I've heard him talk about this. There's been actually I would say almost every workout he did, he would do 15 or 20 sets per body part, if not more sometimes. I mean, it was a lot of volume. And then obviously you got the other end of the spectrum, Mike Mincer, who did 1 to 2 sets beyond failure, probably on those 1 to 2 sets per body part. So what I mean when I say today's going to be a Mike Mincer meets Jay Cutler kind of workout, it's going to be somewhere in between. And honestly, it's probably even going to be leaning more toward the Mike Mincer just for today, but leaning more toward the Mike Mincer style in terms of volume because I gotta be honest, like there's been weeks where I've worked harder than I have this week, but and I've said this before, sometimes there's just gonna be days or weeks where it just hits you, and you can just you feel kind of worn down, and that was this week for me. I try to be better about complaining about it so much, and rather than say it, use those thoughts and feelings to kind of fuel my workout, and it's been working. I've had a great week for the most part. Um, so I'm probably only gonna do 2 separate exercises for shoulders, 3 sets each, most likely throwing a drop set, and then probably only one exercise for triceps. But instead of 3 sets, maybe I'll do 4 or 5, and then maybe even a drop set too. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. So I mean, by the time I'm done, I might only have 10 total sets combined in this workout. But they're gonna be super intense, like always. I mean, I'm gonna push it. Um, but I just feel like, I didn't want to completely skip. You guys know I'm super opposed to that, unless you're just drastically tired. And even then, like that was me Wednesday. I posted on my Snap story, driving from work to here Wednesday to hit legs. On the drive here, it's about depending on how fast I'm driving, a 25, 30 minute drive. And on 2 separate occasions, I was starting to fall asleep, and I still came though. So my scenarios are, unless you're deathly sick, you're throwing up everywhere, or you're legitimately injured and you just need some time off, I don't see a reason to skip. So rather than skip today, I figured dial back the volume, do just enough, make what I do super intense, and get out. You know, no sense in overdoing it today with how I feel. I am pretty worn down. I'm not gonna lie. That heat, working at the heat's starting to get to me. But I do think, I did ab training twice this week. I did it yesterday. I was considering maybe throwing it in today. Rather than do that, I think I'm gonna do my weight training, do a little bit of posing. I think I'm gonna do some cardio. I might hop on the bike for 20 minutes or so, burn an extra 200 or more calories. Um, because that's pretty simple. You just sit on a bike, stationary. I'm not gonna be going so hard that I'm, fucking shaking the bike or anything. So we'll see how it plays out though. I got the 50s. I figured since I'm not gonna go crazy with the volume, I'm gonna try to push some weight here. Some seated lateral raises. Normally I'll do the 45s, but when I do the 45s, it's normally a like a 2 second eccentric, or at least I'm trying to. As I get more into the set, it might speed up a little bit. But I might just do straight reps here, controlled though. And like I said, I went up 5 pounds and got to 50, so let's see how it feels. Ah, come on. Ah. Okay, that was. Let me say it like this. I want to be kind of short and precise here because I've already said a lot. I kind of want to get into the meat potatoes here and start getting some sets in, but it wasn't obviously the eccentrics, the 2 second eccentric like I would with the 45s, but it was still pretty controlled. Like I wasn't doing one of these numbers where you know, you're bouncing it out of the hole. I would go down and try to flex it up, and then maybe on the last two, three, four, whatever, I started cheating a little more, which is fine. Um, that's almost too light doing it that way. I did 15, I think, but rather than to go up, because I've already went up 5 pounds than what I normally do, I'll just speed the rest period up, and I'll stick with the 50s. I'll do two more, throw in a drop set. We'll see what happens after that. But good start, man. Better. I actually did more than I thought, so that's always that's always cool, you know. All right, this is unexpected, but I feel pretty good right now, considering. I mean, when I woke up this morning, I didn't even want to peel my eyes open. That's what I felt like. I had to peel them open. I just wanted to lay in bed. My legs are freaking sore still. They actually might be more sore than yesterday. And I felt worn the fuck down, but 2 sets in, I feel pretty good. So try to keep the momentum going. Rest another 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute, and we'll do one more in a drop set, man. Oh. Let's do some triceps. That was fucking awesome. Awesome way to start. What is there really to say here? I mean, your basic tricep tricep press downs. It's pretty sad. I'm 14. Well, let me make sure my math's right here. Yeah, about 14 going on 15 years of training, and I still don't know exactly what to call these. Does it really matter? I mean, as long as I get what I need out of them, I don't care what you call them. But like I said, 4 to 5 good intense sets here. Probably a drop set. Um, and that's gonna be it for triceps, man. I'm not gonna overdo it. My triceps are not a main priority at the moment. I just need them to kind of stay where they are, which I think they are. So, um, I might add another 5. Let me just do this set. Let's just do one set, and then I'll kind of figure out what I'm gonna do. Yep. I probably could have done 1 to 2 more reps there comfortably without really, really cheating. Let's slide another 5 on there. Right here, I got an open spot, so I'll do that, and I'll probably do 3 more, I think. Maybe 4, probably 3. Oh, I could maybe get away with adding 1 more 5. I think I'm just gonna stay there though. I'll keep the pace somewhat quick, 1 minute or so rest, and then go right to the next one. So triceps are already. Whew. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh. Oh, yeah, that is going to be it for triceps. Holy crap. I don't know, I can flex them right now. Holy shit. Fuck. Yeah, that torch, which is good. Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly what the whole point is. Let's stay right here. I'll lower these down. We'll do some cable shoulder flies. Like I said, that's probably going to be it. We'll make it worthwhile, though. All right, so anywhere between 10 and 15 reps on all three sets there, I'll be happy. Obviously, the first set might be closer to the 15 side of things. Then as I get more fatigued, maybe, and maybe not, but maybe it'll start to creep down closer to 10. But either way, I'd like to be somewhere in there. So, and I'll throw in a drop set too. So let's see. All right. I mean, maybe one more or two I could have done there. So I underestimated myself again, which in one way sucks because I feel like it's kind of a wasted set. But I mean, I guess not. So try to be positive here still. Um, you know, getting stronger. So even though I underestimated myself, again, try to spin it in a positive light. That means I'm getting stronger, hopefully bigger and better. So I added one extra little plate. We'll do it again here in a minute. Last and final set, plus a drop set. Let's make it a fucking good one. Oh, man, I kind of fizzled out on that drop set a little sooner than I thought. It's all right though. Main thing that matters is the intensity and that I actually brought it, and I did. So let's check out the pump. All right, just like I said at the very beginning of this workout, short and sweet, man. Not a lot of volume. Like I said, is more on the Mike Mentzer side of things. Obviously, I did more volume than he would do, but nowhere near. Well, I wouldn't say nowhere near. I was, definitely not the amount of volume I normally do, but it's at least for the shoulder portion, it was close. I did 6 sets plus a couple drop sets, so I think I might make the rare um, decision here and do my posing and keep my shirt on. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal for just one day, right? Because I hit shoulders and triceps. I did just a small little bit of chest here at the end. It was just bodyweight push-ups, nothing crazy. But I mean, everything I hit is already in view right here. So I might just keep the shirt on and do some quick posing, and then go do my cardio and try to rest and recover for next week. Wow, legs are looking good. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna keep the shirt on, man. I think I like to take my shirt off consistently, pretty much every workout. I mean, every workout I've done up until right now, um, that I've recorded. I just feel like it keeps me more honest, knowing I have to take my shirt off every day. I can't slack too much, you know, keeps me honest and make sure I stay pretty tip top shape even in the off season. All right, let's do some posing. Let's start with the front double bicep. Why not? Even though it's shoulders and triceps, I'll throw that in just because. Yeah, I am sore as hell. That's all I got in today. Well, I'm gonna do some cardio still, but that, like I said, that's not world ending. You know, I can suffer through cardio pretty easily. All right, man. That completes this week. Another week down. Like I said, tomorrow, try to get some much needed rest. Especially my legs. My legs are really, really sore, which, you know, I know it's because those 2 extra sets of leg press that I did Wednesday, but I'm going to try it again this coming up Wednesday again. So, anyways, I'm going to go do my cardio, and I'll be back Sunday.